Honorable Chief Guest, respected judges, my dearest teachers and fellow colleagues, Assalamu alaikum. Islam, as many confuse it today, is in all actuality a religion of love, tolerance and most importantly peace. As time changed though, the 1400-year-old religion facets must change with the changing facets of the world too. But the old question still remains, will enforcing Islam produce good Muslims? Today I will debate on this very topic and how it pertains to our current world. As the times change, we as well as our ideals must evolve alongside it. The same is true for Muslims, but not for Islam, as it was devised to be the perfect religion to meet the requirements of all times, and it remained unchanged throughout its history. As Muslims, practices and rituals changed, the Muslim grew fonder of cultures opposite to true Islamic principles. And in today's world, very few Muslims remain who actually follow the path carved by our Prophet, our Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, 14 centuries ago. Yes, we can produce Muslims by enforcing Sharia, as Sharia is a law and a law must be enforced, whether someone likes it or not. It is flawless ideology which must be imposed, and thus outlaws and offenders are punished, and thus a streamlined community is maintained. Same is the case with Islam. If it is enforced, and if the evildoers and strayers cause mischief, they must be punished. And due to the fear of penalization, people will come into the true folds of Islam. By imposition of Islam, a statement of total surrender to the religion, to this religion, will be sent throughout the region where it has been imposed. The hearts and faiths of Muslims will be strengthened, as well as their practices, which will be cleansed. Islamic justice will be fast and speedy, without pardon for wrongdoers, which will serve a warning for other Muslims of weak faith. As this practice of imposition of Islam will strengthen the base of Islam, more Muslims will gain hope in the religion and strengthen their faith due to fear of getting caught in morally and legally unacceptable practices. Morally degrading practices such as drinking of alcohol, adultery, plunder, and will come to an halt by force, and as these faith weakens, acts will be punished. People will be compelled to come to Islam, whether they wish or not. They will to be accept the Islamic society, leave all such practices and become better Muslims. These people will, due to fear of legal action, punishment and social rejection, do well and won't break the laws which will bring them closer to Islam. This will produce good Muslims. On the other side, if we do not force Islam, Muslims will fall prey to the Western cultures which contradict this religion and which will end up far away from the true Islam, which their forefathers would prefer for them. As can be seen, without enforcing Islam, Muslim values have deteriorated, and the Muslims of the world are in shambles. A strong central Muslim power isn't in a place to enforce every branch of the Sharia on Muslims to keep them checked. Had this been present and had Sharia been enforced, these Muslims, as I have previously mentioned, would have been disciplined and true to their roots of the religion. Moving on to the other side of the spectrum, Muslims should be given a free hand in religion. The Holy Prophet, during his lifetime, constantly laid stress to the point that faith is such a thing which cannot be enforced and must find its way in the hearts through tolerance, love and peace. This makes it clear to us that no matter how much force is used, in the end, the path of faith comes the way, no matter how much it is used. So we must give every Muslim time to grow and ponder over their faith. And once they strengthen, it will personally ensure that their practices are purified too. When we do not enforce it on them, embarrassment over their current westernized conditions will reach their hearts and they will come to the true Islam. And it is a fact that when we try to forbid people from some things, they are attracted to it more than before. So by not imposing Islam and banning of all non-Muslim practices, Muslims will begin to understand themselves the bad effects and such practices might have on one character, and hence they will refrain from taking part in them again. This way they will keep check on themselves and have faith in the naturally nourished instead being forced onto them, which is a weak faith. Faith, as dubbed by many scholars, is a freedom in itself. So for this freedom to exist immortally, it must come through freedom too, so it is not portrayed as hostile. More and more people will be attracted to this soft and true face of Islam, which the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, preached to everyone as an epitome of peace. One unhindered availability of intoxicants and morally degrading substances, Muslims will try their own faiths, and this will strengthen their belief in God's omnipresence, which will help them in becoming better Muslims while keep check on themselves. As this faith will not be enforced, Its roots in the heart of Muslims will be strong, and they will treat Islam as a way of life, slowly applying it to their own lifestyle, which will make religious and cultural problems go away, and the community as a whole will be true to its word. Muslims might not be on the outside, Muslims might not be good on the outside, but on the inside they will be bitter, where by not imposing the religion, Muslims will slowly realize their own benefits is in accepting the religion, and they will maintain good relations on the outside, and as well as staying pure on the inside. This will invoke the feeling of true religion, faith which comes naturally, not forcefully. Thank you very much.
5 minutes 35 seconds.